today's video, I'm going to be giving you the top 5 best guns to be using in Modern Warfare 3 after the Season 4 update. There was quite a bit of significant weapon tuning, so you might be surprised by some of the weapons that are on this list. Now make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and click the thumbs up button so you don't miss out on my future videos. I'll have some gameplay with some of these setups in the future. With all that being said, let's get to the first class setup. We're starting off with the MCW, which, believe it or not, did receive a buff. It got better. So they increased the headshot multiplier, so there is a potential to 4-shot kill with the MCW. Before the update, it was always 5-shot. You couldn't do any less than that. Now it kills in a bullet quicker. It makes it a lot more of a faster killing weapon, which is kind of scary because it was already good. So starting off, I do the 40-round magazine. You could do the 60 if you'd like. It's personal preference. Again, the TTK on this is incredible. 40 is more than enough. You can take out multiple enemies without having to reload. For my underbarrel, I go ahead and I throw on the DR6 hand stop. We get ADS speed, aim walking speed, so we get strafe quicker. It makes it way more challenging for the enemy to land shots on you. We get an increase in sprint to fire speed, movement speed. Overall, we just get a lot more mobility, so we can be a lot more quick and snappy with our shots. I then throw on you gotta go all the way to the end over here and look for the L4R flash hider, which is right here. You get muzzle flash concealment, so the flash from the weapon is basically gone. You can see so much more clearly, and we also get a huge increase in recoil control, making this thing a laser beam. The best barrel for this is the first one, the 16.5-inch MCW Cyclone long barrel. Huge increase in bullet velocity and range is making it that much better. And then on top of that, an increase in recoil control, once again, from the aiming idle sway and firing aim stability. And then to top off this MCW class setup, you throw on an optic, and the best optic to do here is the Mark III reflector. And then we can bring this to the firing range real quick. And again, dude, I mean, it really did get significantly much better. Like, it is, again, the 4-shot kill on the best weapon in the game it genuinely is scary. So you guys can see, I mean, at all ranges, it is the easiest weapon to use. I honestly just can't say enough great things about the MCW. Anybody of any skill set could use this and find success with it. Our second class setup, we have the brand new Kar 98K, which is by far the best sniper in the entire game, even though it's a marksman rifle. It reminds me of the longbow before they nerfed it. You can just run, aim, shoot, kill. It is just so good. So starting off, I like to throw on the high grain rounds because I get bullet velocity and damage range. It just adds more power behind this thing. Again, the bullet velocity is great. The damage range is great, so you can extend those one-shot, one-kill potentials to further ranges. I love it. For my underbarrel, this might be a little different from some of you, but I like to run the DR6 hand stop just like we had in our MCW because it does increase your ADS speed. It's going to make it a lot quicker because you also get aim walking speed, more sprint to fire, more movement speed. It just makes it faster, which is what we're looking for. For the barrel, it's honestly up to you if you want to do a recoil control one, if you want to do another ADS one, but you do lose out on recoil control, bullet velocity. I ultimately just went ahead and did the largest one here for the damage range and bullet velocity. Again, I don't want to get any hit markers, especially at like a longer range. I just want to hit as hard as it possibly can, and this is what's going to make it do that. Next, I threw on a laser, the SL Razorhawk laser, because as you saw from our barrel, we did lose out on some ADS speed, which is super important on a weapon like the Kar 98K. So you throw on the SL Razorhawk laser and you gain it back plus more, which is really helpful. And we also get sprint to fire speed, so the weapon just gets up super quick and you could just ADS. This laser is super good. And then finally, you already know, it's personal preference at this point. Some people like the iron sights. Some people might want to use like the OG Kar 98K optic, which is right here. The Ranger collar, which is a brand new optic specific to this weapon. The SPX is another fantastic option, but I ultimately just went ahead and I just did the Choreo Eagle's Eye, which is right here. 2.5 times scope. You could see far, you could see close. It's just a perfect scope for any range, in my opinion. And we could bring this to the firing range. You're gonna see it's perfect. This is like my go-to build here, and I have loved it. You might be surprised I don't have no stock on. I just didn't like the way the weapon felt. I just felt like the weapon was like recocking way too slow. And I don't know, this just worked really well for me personally. I know a lot of people are gonna have completely different Kar 98K builds, but again, this is just what worked for me and that I personally really enjoyed using. For our third class setup, we have the brand new SMG, the SUPERI 46, and this thing is incredible, man. It's up there for one of the best SMGs in the game. hits really hard. The mobility is ridiculous, and the recoil control is very manageable. So starting off, I have the 40-round magazine, so I can take out multiple enemies without having to reload. I then threw on an underbarrel, and I just did the DR6 hand stop. Yeah, once again, might as well. You just get all the mobility that we've already went over previously. For the barrel, there's a lot of really good options. You could do the first one here where you get better recoil control and you only lose out on a little bit of ADS and sprint to fire. And then the other ones just don't stand out. You just end up losing a lot of bullet velocity and range with the other ones. And I just went ahead and did the Hound Heavy Barrel. It says it's a heavy barrel. You lose it on a lot of mobility, but I genuinely don't even feel it. Maybe it's because of some of the featured attachments I went ahead and threw on, but I really like the huge increase in bullet velocity and range, because now you can use this at medium to long range gunfights and find so much success with it. So I really like the Hound Heavy Barrel. Next, I threw on a stock, and I think this is what really saved my mobility. The Rescue 9 stock. And what's so great about this is I get movement speed and sprint speed. So I just feel so much lighter on my feet, and I get an increase in recoil control. Best of both worlds. By far the best stock for this weapon. And then my final attachment, I went ahead and I did the Seiken ZX grip for another just increase in my recoil control to make sure this thing is a laser beam. If we could bring this to the firing range, again, it's a goofy build. It looks weird. It may be different from some of yours, but again, it's just super easy to use. Anybody of any skill set can use it. That is kind of the point behind the builds. It doesn't specialize in one specific thing. It's just an overall, a very good SMG. Even at a long range, you probably shouldn't be competing at that, but you can probably clean up that accuracy. But at medium range right here, super easy. Weapon's accurate. It's speedy. Takes them out fast. This new SMG is not a joke. Going back to assault rifles, we have the SVA 545, which was completely left alone, wasn't nerfed, wasn't buffed, and that just keeps at the top of the list of one of the best guns in the game. So I like to throw on the 60-round magazine. 45 just doesn't feel enough to me personally. So we got the 60 for underbarrel. No DR6 hand stop. Don't worry, we ain't using it. I do the Bruin Heavy support grip. I think the most important thing about the SVA 545 is you landing your shots. Once you're landing your shots with this thing, it makes it a whole lot better. So this is the best underbarrel for accuracy and recoil control. That's why we threw it on. And then when you pair it with the Casus brake muzzle, I promise you, it is a laser beam. I got accused of cheating using this build multiple times. It just does not move whatsoever. It is unreal. Deadly combination right here. For our barrel, we have the STV Precision Barrel. It's great because you also get, gun kick control, recoil control, but the main purpose is that huge increase in bullet velocity and range, which makes it a lot stronger and kill much more quickly at longer ranges. And you need an optic for the final attachment. It doesn't have the best iron sights. Jack glasses is a great option, but I usually just do the Mark III reflector. Again, personal preference, just throw an optic on, whatever you feel suits you best. And then we could bring this to the firing range and you're gonna see, you could use it in automatic, or you could tap it in a single fire and tap the trigger, and I think it's a lot better in the single fire. I just don't like tapping the trigger all the time, but yeah, it's way too damn good. It shouldn't be like this. I'm surprised it didn't get nerfed, but yeah, super straightforward build. SVA 545 is god tier. Our fifth class setup is going to be the Rival 9. Kind of a curveball. There's a lot of great SMGs in this game, but I ultimately chose to throw this in here because it did receive a buff, and it didn't need one. It has like so much better damage range on it already, and this was already like a sniper rifle. It had insane range, and it just got better for whatever reason. So here's the build you want to use on it. Starting off, you got to increase the magazine size. It has a high fire rate. You burn through ammo very quickly. Personal preference, I like the 40 because I want to save my mobility. If you want to do the 50, it's completely all right. It's up to you. I just ultimately did the 40. For our muzzle, we're going to be using the Purefire Muzzle Brake S, which greatly increases the recoil control. I mean, this is a game changer to the Rival 9. I mean, once again, makes it a laser beam. It doesn't move whatsoever. So when it comes to the muzzle, there's no other options. You got to use this one. For our barrel, we have the Rival C Clear Shot Barrel. We get an increase in bullet velocity and range. It's what they buffed on it. We kind of want to further that, make it even stronger and more powerful, and just the best SMG in the game. So throwing this on does that. We also get better recoil control and aiming idle sway. So it really just helps us engage at long range gunfights. I next threw on a stock, and I did the MTZ Marauder stock. I get gun kick control, aiming idle sway, and then firing aim stability. So now that I have this stock and I paired it with that muzzle, again, it does not move. Like, insane. Once we head to the firing range, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's genuinely unreal. And then my fifth and final attachment here is a rear grip, and I did the Rival Vice Assault Grip, where once again, another gun kick control and recoil control increase. I don't gotta say much. I just want to take this to the firing range because a buff on this is insane. It just didn't even need it. So it's an SMG, man, not a sniper rifle. And then even at a range like this, it shouldn't be that easy, man. Let's relax. Why is an SMG doing AR long shots? Unreal. What are we doing? And then no matter what 5 of these class ups you choose to use, the rest of my loadout tends to stay the same. So here's my secondary build. I'm not gonna go super in depth. You guys can just copy those attachments down. It's the Renetti turned into the SMG. So you have a back pocket SMG. Throw that in the kit, and then those 4 attachments right there. My favorite vest to use is the compression carrier. So after I kill somebody, I can immediately regenerate my health. I don't have to wait the 5 to 7 seconds that you usually have to wait. So this is a life-saving vest. It is genuinely unreal. And then it also has immunity to shock, EMP, and snapshot grenades. It reduces the strength of enemy flash, stun, and gas grenades. So it's like you have tactical mask and increased regenerating health. Like, what are we talking about? It is the best vest in the game. My lethal, I do the sticky grenade. I got scavenger gloves so I can continue to use my own weapon because we don't have a field upgrade because of the vest. So you gotta do scavenger. I got lightweight boots, which increases my movement so I can get around the map a lot more quickly. I can be more aggressive. And then mag holster so I can reload my guns faster. That's gonna wrap today's top 5 best class ups. Let me know in the comments what I missed out on and something maybe that I should have included in today's top 5 that you didn't see or you didn't like. I don't know. Any comments, questions, concerns, leave it down below. But other than that, I'll see you on the next one. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day and I'm out. Peace.